Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. So today I'm in the mood to do an underwater garden design. So I created this not so long ago using a balloon, the swipe technique and a palette knife to create the different textures and designs. So the idea today is to change the colour palette to represent like an underwater garden. So blues, yellows and greens. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a similar design to this, and I'm going to see what I can create thinking about what it would be like underwater. So thank you for joining me. Let's see what we can create. Okay, so I'm layering my colours on the base of the canvas first. And what I would say at this point is just have a little think about the colour palette that you're going to use before you start creating. So I wanted to create like an underwater garden. So I was thinking about the sea and pond life and that kind of thing. So that's one of the reasons I've chosen all these colours, because when I swipe, they're going to all mix and merge into one. So I'm hoping that that balance is good for the concept that I'm trying to create. My swipe colour is titanium white, and I've added a drop of Australian Floetrol in that because that's going to help with the cells. You'll see that the paints are a bit thicker than what I usually use, and my swiper is something that I was gifted. That was a piece that I used in one of my collaborations that I was invited to take part in. So if you don't have something like a floppy plastic swiper, then something like a damp paper towel works just as great. So if you don't have something that you usually use and you want to give this a go, maybe just use a damp paper towel and that will work great for the swiper. I dampen the paper towel just so that a lot of the paint doesn't absorb in that paper towel as you're swiping. So I'm going to swipe all throughout this creation, and then I'm going to use some tools to create some different textures and designs. I'm going to use a balloon for balloon dips, and I'm also going to use my palette knife. So I really hope you're going to enjoy watching me create this underwater garden, and as always, please let me know what you think and provide me feedback, your thoughts, and maybe other colours that you'd like me to attempt. And what I'll do at the end is I'll show you the both pieces that I've done, the one that I've done previously and this one, and you can compare how using different colour palettes can create such a different look even if you're using the same kind of techniques. So sit back, enjoy and create along with me. And something that I do is I step back and have a little look at the overall composition as you go through each stage. So as I can see in the green and kind of yellow section at the top, there were more cells, and at the bottom where all the blues were, there weren't so much. So what I want to do is to balance that composition. I need to think about the patterns and the designs I want to create within those sections. I want to try and keep as many cells as possible, but I'd also like to open up the blue section, and I can do that by using the balloon, by dipping the balloon into the paint and bringing that paint from underneath up to the surface. And then later on with the palette knife, I can create all different swirls and textures throughout both pieces to try and link them together. And remember guys, painting and creating is all about fun. Well, it's about fun for me, and I hope you think that as well. And if you go wrong, don't worry, just pretend that it's part of that creation. You know what you've got in your head and what you want to try and convey onto that canvas, and your designing your creation is your own. So please don't be scared of pushing those boundaries and going out of your comfort zone. And remember, if you feel like you've done something wrong and it hasn't worked out, just think about why that hasn't worked out, and that's almost a lesson learned. So any kind of failure, any kind of creation that doesn't go your way is always a win-win for me, because I always think as I'm creating, I'm learning as I go, and you'll be amazed at how much you develop and create as an artist as the time goes on, and you'll see all your different techniques change and grow with you as you become more confident and more content with the work that you're doing. Okay, so this is the wet version look. I'm hoping that it all kind of stays in place, and yeah, I'm really happy with how the movements worked, how the vibrancy has worked with the colours that I've chosen. So let's hope it dries exactly like that, and I hope you enjoy these details. And here is the dry version. I have painted the sides just to make it look a little bit neater, but I love how all the cells and all the textures have maintained on this piece as it's dried, and I love some of the movement like there. I really am happy with this. The colour palette I think worked really well to create the concept of an underwater garden, so yeah, I'm really happy with it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you both pieces together so you can see the contrast by using different colour palettes. So here they are. They're such happy and vibrant pieces, and yeah, I am over the moon with them. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for your support, it really means a lot, and let me know what you think, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care, bye.